Welcome to the Eczema Warrior Podcast. I'm your host, Julia Chen. I'm here to help you heal your eczema naturally so you can finally live your best damn life. Many years ago in my own eczema healing journey, I was stuck and confused on how to heal my skin. Fast forward to today, after many lessons learned and lots of trial and error, I'm now living my best life and traveling the world with clearer skin. If you're an eczema or TSW warrior who desires a life of food freedom and is wanting to heal your skin without steroids while using mindset and manifestation as a tool, you're in the right place. Now let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the Eczema Warrior Podcast. I am so excited to talk about today's episode. I feel like with mindset and manifestation, it's always something I wanted to talk about deeply on my Instagram stories, but I feel like whenever I do, my stories are always so long, which is why podcasting has become my new thing now, because I can go deeper into topics like this, and I just love it, and it's so much fun. So today's topic is all about how manifestation changed my life and my eczema. I'm going to be sharing with you what I've noticed when it comes to manifestation and how it applies to my life, my relationships, my business, but more importantly, and I know most of you who are listening, you want to learn and know about how it applies to eczema. So I'm going to share all of that today in today's episode. But of course, before I get into today's topic, I want to give you guys a life update. So as you may have known on my Instagram or my last episode, I've been traveling for the past 2 months, and I've been in Guatemala for the past almost 3 weeks now. And just a few days ago, I spontaneously decided to book a 2-night stay in this absolutely stunning hotel right here in one of the most famous lakes in the world, and it's called Lake Atilan. And Lake Atilan was actually nominated as one of the 7 wonders of the world, which is amazing. It is beautiful here. The lake here was formed by the volcanoes. So it's actually in the crater, and it's just stunning. I love it. And so the hotel that I'm at is actually very beautiful. It's higher up in the hills, but it's basically overlooking the lake. You can see all the volcanoes. It's just so nice here. And I have a really cute room. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are provided here, and it's just such a great vibe. There's yoga classes every morning that's included in the stay. And the food here is all vegan. I'm not vegan, but I just like places like this because you can tell that they put a lot of love and effort into their meals to provide good nutrients for the people who stay here. So anyways, it's been super nice over the past day that I've been here. And tomorrow, actually, I'm going to this thermal hot spring. I met some girls here who are also solo female travelers. They want to meet up tomorrow and go to this thermal hot spring. So I'm excited for that. And then there's also several other towns that surround this lake. So I'm going to take a little boat, because to get to these towns, you have to take a boat across the lake to check out the towns. So I'm going to do that. San Pedro is where the thermal hot spring is. So after I do the hot springs with the girls, I'm probably going to walk around the city, and then I'm going to come back to my hotel, because my hotel has a sauna, which is really cool. And it's only open for 5 hours in the day. I think it's between 3 to 8 p.m. And I really want to make sure I make use of that. So I'm going to be coming back then to hang out in the sauna. And then I have coaching with my clients. And then, have dinner here. Anyways, if you want to see more of my travels, I share a lot about this on my Instagram and my stories and my posts. So if traveling and you want to know about what I do besides coaching and eczema, then make sure you give me a follow on Instagram. You can go to my show notes, and my Instagram link is there. So that's pretty much it for life update. Just living my life here in Guatemala. It's great and I love it. I encourage everyone to come out this way. It's just beautiful, and it's not as dangerous as everyone says it is. Okay, that's enough about me. Let's talk about today's episode on how manifesting changed my life and my eczema. Okay, where do I even begin? So manifestation actually started for me not too long ago, I would say in the past year. And the reason why I started getting into manifestation and mindset is because I started to watch a lot of videos from Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you guys don't know who he is like the guru of mindset. He is a doctor who talks all about the science behind how mindset impacts pretty much everything. And if you want to learn about like the science behind mindset, how people have used their thoughts to literally heal disease, then he is a person to go to. He has like 1 million YouTube videos that you can watch to learn about that. But anyways, my mindset journey started not too long ago, I would say in the past year or two. And I really wanted to explore it because of Dr. Joe Dispenza, of course, and reading a couple of books that just was so inspiring and so powerful to really learn about how mindset really can change your life and it can really change your reality. So in the past year of manifestation and my mindset, I've done so much work with just improving my thoughts and how I think of my life. And I have literally seen a direct relationship with using manifestation as a way to improve my life. Now, here's an example of what I mean by this. So in the past, I never really realized how my negative thinking would affect my day. I think I was so used to just gossiping, having negative thoughts, and just not being the most positive person. And this was years ago. And I think a big part of that was obviously having eczema, going through topical steroid withdrawal. It really impacted the way I think. And in the beginning of my journey, it was the most challenging because when you're going through flares, as most of you know, it is really hard to stay positive and you feel like you don't have anything to be happy about in a sense because your whole life is revolved around your skin and, you can't move sometimes because it's so painful. Mentally, it impacts you. And so you can get in a really dark place when you're going through flares and you're going through a chronic condition. Now, in the past couple years of focusing on my mindset and using manifestation as a tool, I have seen the biggest changes in my skin. And although my skin isn't completely clear all the time, and you guys know this, I'm very transparent when it comes to eczema. I still have patches that come and go depending on what my triggers are. For example, if I drink too much alcohol, I flare, or if I don't sleep enough, or if I am too stressed, then I get flare-ups. But I've realized that in the past year that when I implement manifestation and mindset, I notice my skin heal so much faster. And it's unbelievable, but it's believable. Because when you have negative thoughts and they become consistent negative thoughts, like every day, let's say you think my skin's not going to heal, or this skin healing journey sucks, or I don't like this about myself. And these thoughts become repeated in your mind, in your brain. Then when these thoughts become repetitive, then you start to have a feeling towards that. And that feeling might be sadness, frustration, anger towards yourself, anger towards your eczema. And when you start to have these feelings about your skin, about your life, about your eczema, then this just basically is stress because you're thinking about it all the time. You don't feel good about it and you feel sad and you might cry, you might get frustrated. And so when you are going through these feelings and you feel stressed, we all know what stress does to the body, right? It increases your cortisol levels. It makes you itchy for a lot of people, and it's just not good for your skin. And so when you shift your thinking to more positive thinking and try to speak kindly to yourself and try to understand to the best of your ability that your skin's not against you, then you will literally see a direct relationship with that mindset and your healing. Like, I encourage everyone who's listening right now to do it, because if the amount of time that you spend having negative thoughts, you could use that same amount of time to at least make the effort to do the opposite, right? Why do we spend so much time self-sabotaging and thinking all these negative thoughts about ourselves when we can literally do the exact opposite and then see the healing that comes from that, right? Like, it makes so much sense to at least make the effort. Yes, it's not going to be immediate when it comes to your healing. Nothing is immediate. But if we at least make the effort every single day, you will see a big difference in your healing. And this is what I've learned in the past year or two of practicing manifestation and mindset. Like, it's just been incredible. Not only do I see faster skin healing when I have flares, literally my flares used to be months and months and months because I used to be so negative, to now healing flares in just a week or two, which is insane. And I see this with not only my skin, but with my relationships, with my business, with my friendships. When I try to see my life as a gift and practice gratitude and just be present, everything just flows, and I don't think of problems as problems anymore, if that even makes sense. Like, there's always going to be problems in your life, right? There's always going to be issues that come up. But how long you make those problems be about you and how long you are going to make that problem impact you for a long term, that's up to you. That's completely your decision, right? I mean, there's one situation that happened to me when I was traveling. I lost my luggage. The airline lost it and they couldn't find it. And I had no access to my luggage for 4 days, totally freaking out. And during those 4 days, I was super anxious. I was super stressed. I was very negative. I kept thinking my luggage isn't going to come. I kept thinking all these things. What am I going to do? Like, losing all my clothes, some money in my luggage. I was freaking out, you guys. And then I realized, what's the point, right? What is the point of me thinking that way? Because I have no control of the situation. I did my part. I contacted the airline. I tried my best to locate my luggage by communicating with the airline. And that's as much as I could do. You know, I can't control where the luggage is. I can't magically make it appear. So what's the point of me stressing more about it, right? And at that time, the only thing I could do is just be patient and wait. And during those days, I really, really learned about how powerful mindset is, because I was like so negative and I was so upset and I couldn't get my mind off of my luggage. And my friends who are also into mindset and manifestation, they're like, Julia, the amount of time that you just spent freaking out about your luggage, like, we understand how you feel, but the amount of time that you keep worrying about it, like, why don't you just tell yourself that it's going to be okay? Why don't you just tell yourself that everything's going to work out, your luggage is going to come, right? You don't know how it's going to, but you know it's going to happen. Why don't you just do that instead, just to make yourself feel better at this moment? And in that moment, it made sense. Like, the amount of time that I spent freaking out about where this luggage is when I had no control, I could have used that same time to just be like, at least telling myself it's okay, right? And that is really the power of mindset, because sometimes you can't control situations. A lot of times you can't. But if you can't control the situation, you can control how you think of the situation, how you react to the situation. And this is how powerful mindset is. And when you do this consistently to every situation that happens, you just feel better and you don't stress as much, right? And when you stress, we know that impacts the skin. So this is exactly how manifestation has changed my life, because every situation that comes up with my life now, this is exactly what I do. There's no difference. There's always going to, the difference is the situation, but how I react to it and how I think during these situations is the biggest difference. You could spend the time being negative, controlling the outcome, and whatever thoughts is going in your mind that isn't good, or you can do the opposite. And that's your choice. That's nobody else's choice but yours. And I promise you guys, when you implement this, when you make the effort to think differently, you will feel so much more at ease, and you will literally see everything in your reality be better. And I know it sounds crazy. You're like, what? But try it, because it works. When I started to manifest certain goals, like for example, I really wanted to travel the world. I really wanted to, start a business where I can help you and other eczema and TSW warriors heal their skin naturally. I really wanted to start loving myself more. I really wanted to, take care of myself and feed myself with, good quality food. I didn't believe any of this could happen until I started to focus more on manifesting it. So almost every day since last year, I would affirm the things I want. I would visualize it. I would write it into my journal, and it has been a game changer. Like, looking back in my journal entries, I have crossed off so many things that I've accomplished. I'm now traveling wherever I desire. I feel great in my body. I feed myself with good quality foods without worrying about how much things cost, because I really value health and nutrition, of course. And now have a business where I get to change lives, and it's honestly so rewarding. And I wouldn't have done this, wouldn't be able to get where I am today. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, and my life is always a journey. But if I didn't implement mindset and continued manifesting all the things I desire, I would still probably be in Vancouver right now, not happy in the cold, versus now where I'm laying in this beautiful hotel room, living my life. And of course, it's not just manifesting. I didn't just dream of it to happen and close my eyes and it appeared right in front of me. But I basically paired manifestation and mindset with my strategy when it comes to my business, when it comes to my eczema, in order to see all of these achievements come to fruition. And it's amazing. It's so great. So if there's one thing that I would say right now when it comes to manifestation and how it impacted my life and how it can help you, is if you're not doing this right now, you need to, okay? Go watch Dr. Joe Dispenza's videos on YouTube and learn about the science. If you're someone who really wants to know exactly how it works, how it impacts your brain, go watch his videos and you will be mind blown. And after you listen to this episode, I want you to start applying the stuff that I shared today into your own life, with your eczema, with your relationship, whatever it is that you're trying to improve and heal. Try it and do it consistently for the next 30 days. And I promise you, you will notice a difference. Okay? That's what I want to share today in today's episode on how manifestation has changed my life and my eczema. If you like this episode, then let me know, tag me on Instagram, and let me know how you felt about it. And of course, if you want to dive deeper with manifestation, mindset, and of course, all the strategies when it comes to healing eczema. I have a coaching program called Clear Eczema. It is my absolute favorite thing to do. I coach my clients every single week in the program, and we talk about everything and anything when it comes to healing. If you need help and you feel stuck right now with your healing journey, then make sure you apply for my program at the show notes below, and I would love to work with you. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed today's episode. I love you so much, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Now, before I let you go, I want to let you know I have this amazing free eczema visualization meditation. This visualization has helped me so much in my healing. It has helped me manifest skin healing faster than I ever imagined. My clients and I use it. We use it all the time in our group coaching calls, and it's honestly the best tool to use when it comes to healing. Now, if you want this visualization, all you have to do is leave us a review and give us a rating. Take a screenshot of this podcast and your review. Send it to our email at hello@juliachen.com, and you will receive this amazing free visualization. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss out on this one. This visualization has literally changed my life. My clients and I do this every night before bed or even first thing in the morning, and it helps them heal flares faster. Okay, look forward to hearing your review, and we will see you soon.